friends, and welcome to this guide and tutorial for hole number 6 in the Football Fever Tournament Pro and Expert Division. The video is sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic, and I'm going to show you here how to play this hole in the best way possible. Yes, my friends, this is a hole where the wind will play a big factor in the tournament especially. And the thing with that is that if you do have tailwind, this is going to be kind of an easy one. If you do have headwind, then it's going to be a trick one, especially if you're playing on from the second tee or from the third tee as well. But as you can see, the wind that we are having here is 5.6. We are going to do what we normally do when we do have a hole where that kind of requires some kind of length with our drive, and also we want to try to stay away to as much overpower and spin as possible. So we're going to take a Titan and we're going to use no side spin, no top spin whatsoever. The reason for that is that we're just going to focus to hit this ball perfect, and we want to bounce ourselves into a position where we do have a sniper for the pin. Because with tailwind, the worst thing you can do is to go too far and go into the bunker or into the rough, or have the trees on your right in play. So that's why we're just playing it safe. And of course, this drive is going to be way different if you are playing with headwind. With headwind, you have to overpower and you have to avoid the bunker that you do have on your left, and also of course on the right, because if you do go into the bunker or into the rough in left or right, you will have a very tough time to reach for this green in two. Our opponent here is going to do the right thing. He's going to play himself up to on the left side, curling it in. The reason I think that is the best play is because of the tailwind. If I would be having side wind or like 3, 4, 5 miles per hour in tailwind, then I would go for the rough bump, because that is the best way to get the eagle on this hole. Even though that approach is very tough, it's definitely the best way to get that eagle. But we're going to play the safe route. We're going to play this, the left side, and we're going to give ourselves the easy birdie that we do actually want with this type of wind. And sure, we maybe can knock that one in from the left, but in the end it's not what we're going to focus about. So 2 bars of topspin if you're going to go for the rough bump, but 7.1 in straight tailwind, it's going to be a little bit too tough for us to go with that approach. Or I would say not tough maybe, but risky, because if we just slightly off, then we will be into the bunker or we will just roll past the pin. So we're going to just line up on the left. This green, or this approach to the green, is uphill, which means that this ball will not be affected by the wind that much. So now we're using some curl. We're still going to try to go for it, but we still want to have that extra room, so we're not doing anything crazy and going short into the rough or into the bunker. So we landed it on the green. We will have a safe birdie, and it's going to be something that we will be happy with this type of wind. Sure, if we are having some kind, you know, of side wind for a second shot, which would be the ultimate thing, then we could go for the rough bump no matter what type of side wind we actually are having, because side wind will help us to be straight in our adjustments. So I kind of like headwind, tailwind over 5 miles per hour. I don't go for the rough bump because I think it's too risky. Sure, there will be people that go for it anyway, but then so be it. But in the end, take the conservative route, go on the left, curl it in, use max backspin on your club. Sniper or the Guardian doesn't really matter, but for the curl's sake, the sniper is the better club. So we're putting it in here, we take the birdie. And my friends, thanks a lot for watching this tutorial. If you do have any questions, please pick up in the comment section below. The video is sponsored by Playdemic and Golf Clash, and I want here in the end to wish you the best of luck in the Football Fever tournament.